Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the case study on German language. So, German language is derived from Indo-European speakers. It was later discovered that the Italic language and the continental Celtic language was a huge impact on German. So, this also meant that Latin was also a influence on German language. Armenian and Greek languages are also an influence on German. The Greek influence was created by the Mycenaean dialect that was available during that time. This was during the time that they had clay tablets inscribed with no alphabet. These influences eventually created a huge language shift across Europe. This language shift changed all dialects across Europe to Proto-Indo-European. They stopped all languages spoken before and presented new languages that are spoken more frequently in today's society. So this is the more modern form of German. The three different dialects that exist in German are Low German, Central German, and Upper German. The Upper German, this example of this would be what's spoken in Austria. These dialects are based on the location of Germany and where these people who are speaking it are located and where they are living. The multiple other spoken dialects in other countries are in Austria, Belgium, Luxembourg, Netherlands, Denmark, Norway, Sweden, and Finland. The earliest known form of German has been between 10,000 and 5,500 BCE. The total speakers in German are 77,800,000, and people who speak German as a second language is 8 million. Speakers across the world are 129,502,820, and out of that 129 million, 1,083,637 people live in the United States, and out of that 1 million, in the tri-state area of Delaware, Maryland, and Virginia, is 51,213. So a breakdown of the area of Delaware, Maryland, Virginia. In Delaware, there are 30,191 people speaking German. In Maryland, there is 16,922 speaking German. And in Virginia, since it's a larger population, there's 31,100 people speaking German. The interviewees that we had spoke to are two professors here at Salisbury University. Mr. Adam Woodis, he is a part-time professor here of German literature in the English department. He has studied his master's and his bachelor's degree in German literature and language. Dr. George Tusk is originally from Germany, and he spent 22 years of his life in Germany and eventually had moved to the United Kingdom and then India and then eventually to the United States to continue his degree and his job here as a philosophy teacher. So the common tongue in Germany is High German. It's the most used dialect of the German language. The older generations tend to keep traditional style when speaking to others. Some of the older generations can only speak the regional dialects, where the younger generations are speaking a more informal language to each other and to their peers and their parents. Gender does not have a means of communication. It does not affect the means of communication. There's no masculine or feminine role in the language at all. It's neutral. The Turkish German dialect was created from a large Turkish population coming to Germany. This Turkish accent combined with the German language created the German dialect. This changed the grammar, vocabulary, and the way that they speak German. So the German language does not have a huge means of cursing in their language. They will use animal parts as a means of insulting someone. Such an example of this would be dumb cow or dumb pig. And the insult is directed towards that person. German language does not contain as much profanity as English does. There's not very much small talk in German. It's okay to have a simple conversation and then stop talking. That was okay because that meant there was nothing more to be said and the conversation was finished. It's also important to have a firm handshake and keep eye contact with that person at all times. So talking to them is very important to have eye contact. It's very rude to look away because they want to know your handshake is sincere. Is considered as an external feature. They tend to have better body posture in Germany than people in the United States. Germans do not want to come across as lazy or insignificant, so these posture ideals are very important in formal situations.